Wait a minute, did Claressa Shields just reveal everything about Remy on camera? This isn't just some behind-the-scenes rumor. We're talking about a secret that has been known for 10 years, and fans are reconsidering everything they believed they knew. Claressa obviously had time today, and if what she's saying is accurate, Remy hasn't been honest with Papoose for more than 10 years. If this is true, it's not just about a love triangle anymore. It's about identity, loyalty, and a truth that has been hiding in plain sight. Could Remy have been living a double life? Fans are divided on social media, with some saying they saw this coming for a long time and others saying they were shocked. However, one thing is certain: Claressa just turned a private rumor into a public storm. Don't scroll away, because this story is about to shake the entire internet. Her entire relationship with Papoose has been based on a carefully crafted image. Why is she choosing this moment to reveal everything with screenshots, audio clips, and tea that are almost too detailed to believe? Let's go back in time, because this most recent chapter in the Remy Papoose Claressa Shields story didn't happen overnight. It had been simmering for 10 years behind coordinated outfits, public displays of affection, and strategically timed Instagram posts, but now, because of one irate woman with a front row seat, the curtains are flying open. To set the scene, Claressa Shields, the world champion boxer, two-time Olympic gold medalist, and the new queen of telling it like it is, didn't hold back on her birthday. Instead of clapping back at Remy for allegedly making fun of her relationship with Papoose, Claressa went off script and skipped over the pity drama and dove headfirst into Ray's biggest kept secret, claiming that Remy hasn't just been hiding things from Claressa, but has been hiding her true self from Papoose for almost a year. What was supposed to be a celebration turned into an emotional meltdown, with microphones still hot and cameras still rolling. While no one is here to define anyone's truth, what Claressa is saying is the kind of bombshell that doesn't just break the internet, it melts it. In her own words, captured on leaked party footage, Claressa claims that Remy not only led a completely different life prior to her Queen of the Castle era, but she also kept one important aspect of her identity hidden and continues to do so while publicly portraying herself as hip-hop's most devoted ride or die. The million-dollar question is, tell him the truth, Remy. Tell him why you were always disappearing after shows. Tell him about her. You think we didn't know? You think I didn't see the text? Now hold up, who is she? Claressa hasn't named her yet, but fans have already gone into full detective mode, searching through old tour videos, anecdotes, and archive interviews for clues. What they've found is a little unsettling. But before we get into the who's and how's, let's discuss why it is so important. From Ray's release from prison to their wedding special, the world has seen them as a solid couple. However, if Claressa's accusations are true, the entire image could have been a carefully managed illusion. Additionally, this isn't the first time that Ray has been the subject of rumors and off-screen behavior. She has previously been the subject of cryptic posts from women in the industry, speculative YouTube deep dives that mysteriously vanished, and interviews where Remy avoided inquiries by smirking and winking. Was it a coincidence or part of a bigger plot? Now, let's discuss Claressa's motivation, since some fans are claiming that she is just angry or resentful that Remy snatched Papoose. However, some are drawing attention to something far more serious. Claressa isn't only making fun of people. She's claiming to have concrete evidence that during her live outburst, she didn't simply rant, she made promises. She also claimed to have voicemail recordings and message footage that provide the whole narrative. The internet is divided into two camps right now: Team Claressa, who thinks she's finally taking off the mask, and Team Remy, who this is just messy revenge. In any case, the damage is done, because now that the rumors are out there, everyone wants answers, and Papoose is still silent, and that silence is growing louder by the day. According to one anonymous guest who attended the party, she wasn't just angry, she was prepared, as evidenced by the receipts she brought. She had Remy looking like she'd seen a ghost. But hold on, this rabbit hole gets even deeper, because in the hours following the party, someone we won't name allegedly leaked a screenshot of a text message thread that purports to show Remy in a continuous romantic relationship with someone who is totally off the public radar. Yes, it was allegedly a pattern, a 10-year-long double life that was hiding in plain sight. Up next, we have exclusive fake investigative findings, leaked DMs, and what one former industry insider is calling the decade's biggest cover-up. As if it couldn't get any messier, wait until you hear what Remy was allegedly doing with her tour money and how Papoose might have unwittingly funded his betrayal. Yes, you heard correctly. Now let's talk about those leaked screenshots, because what began as rumors at a birthday party has now turned into a full-fledged digital firestorm with alleged messages between Remy and, let's just call her Miss X, at its core. According to anonymous insiders, Miss X isn't just any random person. Rather, she is a low-key producer, Remy. Let's just say that their alleged bond quickly progressed from a backstage conversation at an industry event years ago to late-night emoji exchanges. One leaked direct message that appeared on a fan-run gossip page said, "You know I can't be around you without feeling everything all over again. You still got that smile, and you still smell like summer. Excuse us." "You know where my heart really is. It's just complicated," was Remy's sad response. Complex now, let's be clear that these screenshots haven't been officially verified, but that hasn't stopped fans from going crazy. Overnight, Twitter became a courtroom, with TikTok detectives going full CSI and Instagram pages flooded with side-by-side receipts, old performance clips, and evidence that Remy and Miss X were seen at the same after-parties multiple times. But let's not stop at the direct messages. There's more. An anonymous former assistant, you already know who spills the most tea, spoke. The most shocking detail, according to the same source, is that Papoose once asked Remy about the mystery person, and she allegedly told him it was a female stylist from her team that she needed space from. This is according to a note to a gossip blog that claims it was always strange that Remy would book separate hotel rooms and have hours-long calls with someone safe as a coach, and she would delete every text after reading it. Papa never questioned her, though he trusted her too much. Deeper into the money trail, because the drama surrounding Ray's love life is only half the story. The real chaos begins when we follow the coins. According to several outlets, money from Ray's independent music label and touring budget allegedly vanished over the past few years, and guess what? A significant portion of that money reportedly went towards paying for upscale New York apartments, private driver services, and luxury getaways, not in Remy and Pap's neighborhood, but allegedly hidden across the city. Let's take a moment to relax, because when fans learned about the alleged flat, they lost it. According to one user, if this is true, Papoose deserves an Oscar for holding it together all these years he was out here. The money Papoose believed was going towards building their empire was actually funding an entirely different life, one filled with flowers, wine nights, and candlelit dinners that weren't making it to the gram. She was out here composing love songs for someone else and the money while she was penning poems. Despite everything that has gone wrong online, Remy Ma has remained completely silent. No tweets, no statements, no shady Instagram stories, and that silence is only leading people to believe the worst. Meanwhile, Claressa is doing well and has been liking every tweet. The last post featured a picture of Papoose in Harlem holding down the house while she was holding hands. That supports her posting mysterious sayings like, "You have to lose fake friends sometimes to discover the truth." As if all of that wasn't enough, a new leak surfaced just hours ago claiming that a security guard at a venue where Remy performed 3 years saw her and Miss X leave together in matching robes after a show. To start, matching robes isn't a spa retreat, in his opinion, because they acted real. He also uploaded a story with the caption, "Imagine being loyal to a lie. Woo." She even gave me $100 to keep quiet about what I saw. But guess what, sir? Fans are now watching old videos and examining every hug, look, and behind-the-scenes clip for clues. And some even think Papoose may have discovered it long ago, but kept quiet to preserve the public's perception. One anonymous insider from their reality show team said, "There were moments he looked heartbroken on set, but when cameras rolled, he snapped into character. It's giving sad eyes, happy wife energy, and we've always questioned why he didn't seem all in anymore." Now that everything is beginning to make sense, where do we go from here? Not only because of the alleged double life, but also because of how long it was allegedly concealed minus 10 years. If what Claressa said is even partially accurate, this could become one of the most significant celebrity deception stories of the decade. This is dedication on a whole new level, and let's not forget that this isn't just an online feud involving money, careers, and in Part 3, we'll examine what that might mean for Remy's brand deals. Whether Papoose is getting ready to formally separate, and the covert legal maneuvering going on behind the scenes with insider sources claiming a bombshell divorce clause may be triggered if these rumors check out, or if someone recently filed a stop. It might be too late, because once the internet gets a hold of it, there may be legal and financial repercussions. We're entering the aftermath, where careers are shaken, MDS start flying, and lawyers start collecting those billable hours. Let's start with the legal buzz. According to a very anonymous but very talkative source, Papoose is officially lawyered up and is the subject of leaked messages, alleged secret apartments, unverified love letters, and an ex-bestie with a microphone who won't sit down. No, not for a diss track, but we're discussing legal documents, property disputes, and yes, according to the same source, they had a clause in their prenuptial agreement that allegedly permits immediate separation if evidence of emotional or physical infidelity is proven. Let's be honest, Claressa turned the internet into a courtroom, so evidence may already be there. To make matters worse, the same clause allegedly includes financial. Rome might lose joint access to several business ventures they established together if the breach occurs. Yes, this drama isn't just personal. It could be lucrative for the lawyers. But wait, it's not just the end of the love life. Let's talk about brand reputation. Remind me, there were endorsement deals lined up, rumors of a return to reality TV, and even plans to start a podcast with other hip-hop wives. But now there is silence on the radio. One brand representative told a gossip site, without identifying themselves, "We've paused all partnerships until further clarity is given. Our brand represents openness and values that prioritize family." As one viral comment put it, imagine holding your partner down through prison poverty and pressure only to find out you were just a side character in their real story on TV. Translation: we don't want any part of this mess, and the fans will. Let's just say this scandal might have broken a few hearts too. On the one hand, fans who grew up idolizing the Pap and Remy story now feel as though they've been watching a well-rehearsed show. Some, on the other hand, are supporting Remy, arguing that she is entitled to share her past and her journey, even if some of it was concealed. However, their voices are being drowned out by the deluge of rumors, and Claressa hasn't finished yet. She recently posted a mysterious picture of boxing gloves with the caption, "She swung first, I just hit harder." Let's see if she's referring to emotional punches or Instagram shade, but it landed. And let's not forget about Papoose, the man at the center of it all, the one who for 10. A close family friend told a podcast, Pap's hurt man wasn't just betrayal, it's identity shattering. He built his brand around loyalty. He isn't rushing into statements because he's still processing, and let's be honest, when the most loyal guy in hip-hop goes ghost, you know it's real. Years stood by Remy like a solid oak tree in a hurricane, but according to sources, he has reportedly moved out of their shared house and is now living in a private condo in Midtown, with no cameras, no statements, just peace and distance. People are genuinely shaken by the idea that it wasn't some recent affair, but rather a full-blown, ongoing, and deeply rooted relationship that isn't a mistake or a slip-up, but a whole second life. If the rumors about Miss X being involved in Rooney's past music are accurate, then we've been hearing for a long time. She has been spotted avoiding public appearances and skipping 2 important events she was scheduled for. For years, there were hints in her lyrics that we simply missed. One TikTok user shared a breakdown of bars from an old freestyle, claiming that she wasn't talking about Pap but rather about her. We're not saying that the pronouns in the lyrics are correct, but we are saying that the theory has received over 300K likes. So, where does that leave us? Where is the hip-hop love story of the decade now being re-examined? Well, here's what we do know, Claressa came with. Whether you think Claressa is to blame or not, you can't deny that the timing was deliberate. She didn't just spill the tea, she served it with extra sugar, a twist of lemon, and a firecracker on the side. Now let's get to the important part. Trust Remy still hasn't responded directly, Papoose is hurt and quiet, and the public is acting as though it's a Netflix delusion. Claressa posted 3 fire emojis and a single quote last night. Claressa Shields has gone from being a birthday girl to a leak queen, setting the internet on fire with one viral outburst. But now comes the million-dollar question. Is Claressa telling the truth? Is this the biggest smear campaign hip-hop has ever seen? Are the receipts real or aren't they? If this story gets any messier, it might require its season on HBO. Remy is accused of leading a double life, and Papoose, who is now silent and possibly single. Well-timed retaliation, and if the accusations are accurate, what will happen next? Will Remy finally come forward? Will Pap abandon the love story that he built his entire brand on? Will Miss X take center stage and take ownership of it? Or is this the start of something even more explosive? We want to know if Claressa was wrong to reveal everything, or if she did what had to be done. Should Papoose forgive and move on? Or is this the last straw after too many secrets? Please share your ideas, theories, and most outrageous predictions in the comments section. The tea isn't just hot over here, it's boiling. This is your go-to place for the stories that no one else wants to touch, but we supposedly do. Here's the screenshot until the next time. We'll be reading every single one. If you love these in-depth receipts and scandalous revelations, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications. A gossipy vibe when the truth is revealed spills more loudly than lies.